I'm Jessica Holder. I'm a senior at Gateway High School, and I'm a senior class president and also part of the girls golf team and our student government.
And I'm Sam Becker. I'm a junior at Gateway High School. I'm the junior class president and student government president as well. So we would like to show our video about our workshop that we hope to present at the state conference this year called
A Whole New World of Self-Confidence,
which is based upon the movie Aladdin, as our entire packet reflects the theme and pictures from the movie and those kinds of things.
Our icebreaker is called Dress Up 2.0, in which each delegate will have to go through a big box that we have of different costumes and hats and jewelry and everything, and they'll go through and try and make themselves an outfit that they think is appropriate and suited to their personality. At the same time, we'll be passing around a bag of candy, and they won't know at the time, but however many pieces of candy they take is going to reflect how many pieces of information they have to share about themselves. So we'll go around the room, everyone will introduce themselves and get to know each other and get used to just being comfortable with who they are.
And as they explain what their costume means and how it relates to their life, they'll also be going over the personal information based upon the numbers of candy. So it's an activity not only to get people out of their comfort zone and up and moving and thinking in that kind of way, but also just to get to know everyone's names and make everyone feel welcome.
Our goals for this workshop are for the delegates to understand the importance of self-confidence, the role that self-confidence plays in a team setting, in your student council, how to become more self-confident, what it is that hinders us from being so self-confident in our daily lives, what makes us insecure and self-conscious.
How self-confidence affects relationships and your ability to begin relationships, make new friendships, and how to maintain standing friendships and relationships. Moving on, we have the delegates define self-confidence, creating a personal working definition of what they think the word really means. Then we will go over some dictionary definitions of self-confidence and some of its close synonyms.
We'll be able to compare what people think individually and what textbooks think of what the self-confidence is to reflect on how self-confidence is personal to all of us.
And how I view self-confidence, how Jess views self-confidence, how a delegate views self-confidence, and how the dictionary does may vary. They're all different because it's truly how you want to be and how you think of how you want to behave.
Okay. So we're going to ask the delegates in what part of their lives they're most self-confident and why we think that is, to start searching for the root of where self-confidence comes from and how it impacts our individual lives.
Interspersed throughout our workshop are motivational quotes and pictures regarding both self-confidence and the theme of our workshop, which is Aladdin. So these are to keep the packet interesting and give the delegates something to look at and read through as we go through, in addition to the more structured activities. The next thing we're going to do is have the delegates identify what causes them to feel a lack of confidence or make them feel insecure and not sure in what they're doing.
I think throughout high school we all face situations where we face criticism and we get lonely and there's cliques and we want to fit in with groups, but you have to understand that you need to be more comfortable with yourself than trying to conform to fit in with society and other people's expectations. So we're going to go through these feelings of being judged and inferiority and things such as that that hinder self-confidence and try to search for these and then obliterate them. I couldn't come up with that.
So after identifying the common causes of a lack of self-confidence, we move into how to build self-confidence. We have identified 10 individual steps regarding different ways to build your confidence, including things like good posture, exercise, complimenting others, contributing to society, thinking about yourself, discovering your passion, knowing your values, examining how you treat yourself, learning to say no, and leaving your comfort zone. By participating in all of these different ways to build confidence, delegates will be able to get confident and stay confident, which is the ultimate goal of our workshop and what we want delegates to take home with them from state conference.
Okay, then we'll move on to the power of confidence to show the impact that confidence has on our lives individually, in a group, and throughout our student councils, which is one of the ultimate goals of this workshop.
Then we'll move into talking about the power of confidence. And this is a page that we have written, and it's in paragraph form, but it is truly to reflect what we think confidence means and the importance it has in life and just how it will help people. So to take a small excerpt from it, probably about a third of what we have written here. Self-confidence empowers you to be yourself, take pride in your actions, allows you to focus on your goals rather than your anxieties. It lets you express your true self rather than who you think people want you to be. It makes you happier because you do not have to wear a disguise, and you feel loved for being you. You feel happy with who you are and can accomplish goals without limited perception. It gives you a more optimistic view of life and more belief in yourself.
We added a poem that we found called The Optimist's Creed, which we found very fitting for our topic of presentation. It's entirely about being yourself, making promises to be who you are. It begins, I promise myself to be so strong that nothing can disturb my peace of mind, to talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person I meet, to make all my friends feel that there is something worthwhile in them, to look at the sunny side of everything and make my optimism come true, to think only the best, to work only for the best, and to expect only the best, to be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as I am about my own, to forget the mistakes of the past and press on to greater achievements of the future, to wear a cheerful expression at all times and to give a smile to every living creature I meet, to give so much time in improving myself that I have no time to criticize others, to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble, to think well of myself and to proclaim this fact to the world, not in loud words but in great deeds, to live in the faith that the whole world is on my side, so long as I am true to the best that is in me.
And moving on to one of our final activities, this is something that will get the delegates up and moving, talking to each other, but also doing something productive. It's called SMILE, which stands for Spread More Inspirational Leadership Energy. Delegates will have a chance to make a bracelet with beads that spell out the word SMILE. And this is to help delegates remember, after they go back to their councils, maybe weeks or months later, what they learned about self-confidence and how it can help them become a better leader, become a better person, and just do better in every aspect of their life. So we hope that this will be something delegates can take back and remember, something that they don't just immediately forget.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to?
You can start.
We then compiled a page of inspirational quotations.
They begin, if my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, I know I can achieve it. Jesse Jackson.
The greatest barrier to success is the fear of failure. Sven-Goran Eriksson.
Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
I, for one, hope that youth will again revolt and again demoralize the dead weight of conformity that now lies upon us. Howard Mumford Jones.
Don't wait until everything is just right. It will never be perfect. There will always be challenges, obstacles, and less than perfect conditions. So what? Get started now. With each step you take, you will grow stronger and stronger, more and more skilled, more and more self-confident, and more successful. Mark Victor Hansen.
It's not who you think you are that holds you back, it's who you think you're not. Author unknown.
Sorry. It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. Edmund Hillary.
Anyone who ever gave you confidence, you owe them a lot. As said by Truman Capote, Breakfast at Tiffany's, 1958, spoken by the character Holly Golightly.
You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. You are the guy who will decide where you go. Dr. Seuss.
Confidence comes not from always being right, but from not fearing to be wrong. Peter T. McIntyre.
Each time we face our fear, we gain strength, courage, and confidence in doing. Author unknown.
Following that, we have our works cited page so that delegates can see where we compiled our information and what places they could go to learn further about the things we've talked about. And finally, we have our evaluation form, which instead of just having yes or no questions, we ask for explanations and give delegates space to write and provide feedback more than just circling things. We do have an overall rating scale that they get to circle, but we ask for plenty of explanation along the way to be sure that we get the maximum input from them.
We hope to see you at States.
And we'll get there with a little help from our friends.